We're going to kill two birds with one stone on this step, and we're going to add both the grading scale and we're going to weight our grade groups. And not everybody will use weighted grade groups, but a lot of people do. And so follow along for those steps. So here we go. Let's first add a grading scale. So we're going to go down to settings, click, and then course details, click. And then right down here, it says enable course grading scheme and set grading scheme. Now, this has just the standard, B plus or A is a 90% to 100. Now, with distance learning, that's going to be slightly different. So, for example, things are participation based and everything else like that. And so they need to score a certain score to get an A or a B or whatever. And so you're going to want to look at what your admin puts out there for your grade level of what an A means, or are you using A through F, or is an A in a pass or whatever. But to manage the grading scheme, you just come down here, manage grading scheme, and you add a new one, and then you can delete or change whatever you need to in order to grade the scheme. And so you can call this distance learning. And let's just say that a 90% or better on course content is an A, and a P is 75% or better. And obviously there's some other factors in there as well. And anything below that is a no pass. And these are, refer to the actual documents that your admin puts out, not what I'm saying right now. But those are some examples, okay? Or you could have the A through F or whatever. And so there's the new grading scheme. So what that does is that when a student falls within that, hey, their assignments are getting between a 90 and 100, they have the A. It says an A. If their assignments are showing 75 to 90, it shows a pass. Okay, so refer to your admins, the directed grading scheme, and then come in and change your grading scheme in your course so that it reflects what your students need to see. But now let's go ahead and look at the weighted grading groups. Okay, so for that, we're going to go to assignments. Now, again, not everybody will use weighted grades, but if you do as a subject, then you're going to want to get these in here. And so the first thing, again, that you'll do is you'll click group. And what is that assignment type? And so, for example, in science, I would always do notebooks, but notebooks might even be a zero percentage, and that's okay. You can do stuff like that. There's some pre-built ones in here, discussions, imported assignments, and you can get rid of those. That's fine. The basic one that says assignments. So let's just change a couple, and let's just say lab reports. I'm just making stuff up. And so on and so forth. And I have a more detailed video on this on the Canvas tutorial show on Facebook that talks about like dropping grades and everything else like that. But then once you have your groups, and so let's just throw one more, and we'll just say summative assessment. Minor, summative, and formative generally. But then I might have some zero weighted groups. Then over here on the right, I'm going to click, and I'm going to say assignment groups weight final grade based on assignments, and then I can go in here and I can do what those are. And so I can say 70%, and I can say, if let's say formative assessment was in here, I'd say 30%. Notice that you can do some 0% things though. So if, for example, you want to do put all your exit tickets in a certain category so that they all will show up together on the assignment page. Okay, so maybe you have exit tickets down here. It's okay for it to be a zero total. Okay, and what that does is when you go into the grade report, it's going to actually create those subcategories. Oh, sorry. So you can see here that it actually will subcategorize or subtotal those categories based off of the weighting that you have. So once again, reach out to your colleagues in your subject level to see what you have math, middle school math, middle school science, what or high school, whatever, what you use, what is the common weighted scale, or not that you don't weight grades at all. And so find out what it is and adjust your weights accordingly. The more you do up front, the less you have to change in as you go along. Okay.